Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, we've got ourselves a Spirits with Spirits. That's why we have a late um, viewing tonight. Honestly, I haven't had anything to drink yet. This is my first one. We had an extremely busy day today, and I'm finally getting down to our video reading. So tonight I am having as my nightcap sharing my evening last readings of the day and a nightcap with you. I'm actually having absinthe, and it's made with the traditional wood. It is legal in Canada. I'm not sure if it's legal in the United States or not, but I'm having it with tonic, with it just tonic and absinthe. If you've never had it, it has a licorice taste to it, almost like an ouzo. Yeah, I cannot drink it straight, and I only have it every once in a while. But it comes with this little fantastic. These are the sugar spoons, and normally they even give you instructions how to do. Like, you pour the absinthe into the glass, and then you put the fairy on it, because it's called the green fairy because it turns green. There's actually no evidence that wormwood has any other psychic things going on with it. You can tell I'm tired. My brain and my tongue don't want to work together. It's like, enough. Finish your drink and let's go to bed. And then you put the sugar cube on top. Put the sugar cube on top, and then you pour the water over the sugar cube, and the sugar cube then can go through the absinthe spoon down into the absinthe. That's how you normally typically have it, is with water and sugar. But you can have it other ways as well. And this absinthe, this particular absinthe, is directly from France. Directly from France. It's 110 proof and 55% alcohol, but I love it. Cheers. Cheers to Spirits with Spirits. Okay. All right, let's get started on the reading now that we're all educated on absinthe. And I know there's going to be people saying, please don't read cards when you're drinking alcohol. It's one drink. It's very light. It's barely green. It's pale green. It's mostly tonic water. And I'm well aware of my limitations when it comes to reading. Actually, other people around me disturb my energy more so than a wee shot of happiness. All right. Big news. Actually, now it looks like William is going to try and kick Andrew and Fergie out, but it's William and Catherine as a team. They're working on how can they get rid of the Bonnie and Clyde there in the Royal Lodge, because the Royal Lodge is actually not that far from where they are moving. I mean, it still is a distance. They won't be able to see each other, but in that general direction. So what's happening? What's happening with the Royal Lodge? Legally, they can't do anything. He's got a legal lease. He's prepaid for the lease. There's lots going around saying he hasn't paid rent in decades. Well, that's because he paid it all up front. He paid $8.5 million, which is actually kind of smart, when you think about it, because if rent goes up, it doesn't affect you because you've prepaid for it for how many years, right? But if he does have to vacate early, he will get some of that back, a percentage back. But I want to see, is William actually really putting a lot of pressure on him? And it was all William. The articles were all William's pressing Andrew and Sarah to leave Royal Lodge. Is William pressing Andrew to leave? Is William pressing Andrew to leave? Cards are ready. Oh, look how chatty they are. Oh, this is the Game of Thrones cards. 4 of Swords. Now, to me, that's a staying put card. That's relax, lay down, take a chill pill. Not happening. That's also the sick bed. the sick bed. So perhaps you can stay, but stay out of my way. Oh, the Hermit. Yeah. You can stay, but stay out of my way. Six of Cups in reverse. Four of Coins in reverse. The Star in reverse. I'm going to say that that's a bunch of BS. I think if anything, they'd be worried that if because it's a contract with the crown, not with the sovereign, right? It's not a personal contract. Like for example, their Amner house at Sandringham, that's privately owned, and that was gifted to them by the Queen. Same thing with a cottage at Balmoral. That was gifted to them by the Queen. That nobody can take that away from them. They own that themselves. Versus a lease with the crown. A lease with the crown is a completely different ball of wax. I think that they're worried if Andrew and Sarah move out. I think they're worried that Harry would move in and they would have no say on it. It's actually between the crown lands, like the almost the government in some respects, and the individual leasee. And I think they, if anything, they're worried that Harry would snap it up if it was empty. Here he is. He's shown up right here. This is not a solution to them. This is not a solution to them. Ace of Spears, yeah. You know, I think this story's coming from Camp Ye Old Spaghetti Factory. Five of Spears in reverse. Yeah, this is Harry. This is all Harry. Harry's, oh, death in reverse. He'll be there till he dies. Like they really don't have an issue with him living there. He's not. You have to remember, Andrew is what he has done is quite a bit different than what security risk he holds. He's not a security risk. He's grown up royal. He knows security. And that's one thing you can't take away from Andrew. He's never badmouthed the monarchy or the royal family. Of course, not when his mother was queen. Charles did. Charles didn't say some not so nice things about his parents. Andrew was never. Andrew, if anything, might be an embarrassment, might be somebody you want to avoid. But is he a security risk? No. Is Harry a security risk? Oh, yeah. Seven of Swords, Knight of Spears. You know, they might sneak away. I think some of us have been reading that Fergie for sure. I think Fergie for sure is going to sneak away. They just might travel a little bit till things calm down. They might sneak away in the dark, and it's like, well, we aren't there and we haven't been there for months, but it doesn't mean we're moving out. King of Coins. King of Coins. I wonder if this is there also was a little side article, and I'm not sure if you saw it or not, that it's in Qatar, I believe. Is it in Qatar? Anyways, Middle East, one of the kings has offered him, and I guess it's been open to him for quite a while, but Fergie doesn't like it there. It's too hot. She can't take the heat. Like a lot of gingers, they really can't take the heat. And I wonder if this is something that Harry is struggling with. The heat in California, like constant, like there's never any break from it. There's never, a couple of months of cool weather. Well, cool, relatively cool meaning like around winter time. I think that they might go away for a little while. I don't see William on here at all, and especially Catherine. I don't think that they're worried about security with Andrew. He might be like I don't want to be seen with them. He's not part of the royal family. We won't see him at Christmas, Easter, blah blah blah. And I think he's probably going to be there till he dies. I can't see him leaving. 10 of Cups in reverse. I actually think that this might be the end of Fergie and Andrew, the actual end. I think Andrew's eyes are going to open up to what Fergie has been doing behind his back, and I think he might be in she might be in a bit of trouble. They would be unsuccessful asking him to leave because he has a legal contract. He's prepaid for the contract. Justice in reverse, 2 of Swords in reverse. Yeah, he's not going. Ace of Swords in reverse, 6 of Swords in reverse. This guy's not going anywhere, guys. Like all this talk, he simply isn't. He's cheap. He's really cheap. He's supposed to be doing the upkeep. So it was a prepay of rent plus upkeep every year. He was supposed to do minimum upkeep, and that's what he hasn't kept up. According to Neil Sean, he has the money. He's just really tight, extremely tight. I'm going to say that this whole story is bogus. I'm going to say this story, my sources are telling me this story comes from Montecito, trying to divide the family even further, trying to undermine King Charles, that he tried to get him out and it didn't work. So now William's going to try and get him out. I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing stories like, oh, if Andrew moves out, would Harry move in? That kind of thing. I think Andrew's gonna live there till he dies. I don't see him moving on at all. And I think like he has like a 99-year lease or something, some such thing. He's not moving on. He feels he has no need to move on. I think we're gonna see the family itself split up. I think we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Sarah, let's say, go back to Switzerland and Andrew go to somewhere and he has to be careful where he can't be arrested, right? So apparently he would be safe in Qatar at the invitation of the king there. Apparently he'd have servants and a place on the beach kind of thing. I think we might see him sneak away and do that. And then everybody will be wondering, did he move out? Did he move out? No, he's just waiting for things to calm down a little bit. But he knows the law is on his side. Again, it's a contract with the crown, not with the royal family per se. It's not privately owned, it's public, and anybody can rent it. And that would be the problem, the issue. If they do force Andrew out, Harry could very easily slip in there. But no, he's not going anywhere. All right? So stop believing all that stuff. He's not going anywhere. He feels it's his. He's paid for it. It's just the issue of the upkeep, and it's only because he's tight with his money, not that he doesn't have any money. According to Neil Sean, he got quite a bit of money when his grandmother died and quite a bit of money when his mother died. But people with a lot of money usually don't talk about it, right? Take that. Put that in your teacup and drink it. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers. Spirits with spirits. What are you drinking tonight? Have a good evening. Fare thee well.